Hey, thanks for joining us here at Chesser Motorsports. If you ever have a IS300 and you just get out drifting and you tear your bumper out up, well, have we got the solution for you. Let's say you're cruising around dilly-dallying in your drift car, kapow, you run into your buddy. Alright, so this is what you end up with. So you old Big M there, you little Marshall Moto ZX racing radiator deal there, we want to take care of him. Well, you come to us and we'll take care of you with our new IS300 bash bar. This is our prototype. That's Junior. We're about to put it on Junior's car here. We got to start the primer up a little bit. Alright, so let me show you some of the features. Alright, with the V design, it's a lot more stable. With the ends welded up, she is way more rigid. Okay, when you go to boat you bash bar on, and them old boats, they just don't want to line up. You end up having to get your little ratchet and ratchet it on there and fight it the whole time. Well, we've got them bolts rendered in such a manner where you can take your little handy dandy impact there at your drift track or whatever. You ain't got to have no hand tools, and you can just run her up on there. You can get around that bar. If you've done that, you know what I mean. So this is our prototype. We're getting her all primed up. We'll show you how it fits on there here in a little bit. We're still getting her square plumbing level. We're looking at her. The welds. Alright, now we've had some of our own from other people. And boys, let me tell you, when we got the welds, we have got the welds. And that right there is going to be a lot better quality than what you're used to seeing on your average bash bars. This is TIG welded, no MIG here. We do the TIG on it. So you look at your welds there. We ain't showing one, we ain't showing two. We're showing all these welds. We ain't got nothing to hide. Ladies and gentlemen, these are quality welds. You get one of our bash bars, you're going to get quality. Now there's some dimples. I see the little dimples here, but we're not mandrel bending them. They're bash bars. They're not roll cages. But it's alright. So now this bash bar is square, plumb, level. It is extremely sturdy. It's not going to break. We ourselves had our first one we bought. I'm not going to say the names, but if you follow us, you'll know. But this bottom bar drug the ground one time, and it broke completely off up at those marks right there. Okay, we're not going to have it. We're going to total your car out before this bash bar breaks. So if you want quality, you come see us. See them welds right there? How about it? Ain't no robots welding nothing here. It's all hand welded TIG. Quality craftsman, made in the USA. Again, this is a prototype. We just threw one coat of primer on there, and that's a high gloss primer, so that's why it's so shiny. The first coat, 2 times the coverage. We'll get it finished primed up, let it dry a little bit, and then we'll install her and you'll get a better look at her. What do you think? You like this one better than the one you had?
I like it way better.
He likes it way better. He is spoken. Alright, so we're back with the bash bar. It's getting a little dark on us, so we just finished up with what we could on the paint. May have some handprints on it, I don't know. We're just trying to get it on, just get some footage of it, see how it fits for, you know, it's too dark on us, we won't see it and look at it. But let's see what we got. Alright, That's her new bash bar. The height is different right there and right there, but that's the car, not the bar. I used to write rhymes back in the day. But all right, there's a new bash bar. Let's take a step back. Let's look at it, see what you get. More aggressive, a lot more rigid. It's hard to tell right now because it's just a primered black. But if you're drifting IS 300, got your quality bash bar right there, boys and girls. All right, here we go. All right, so today I'm gonna clue you in on something I've been working on. I've been busy, I've been kind of slammed dealing with the rental. I meant to video that rental while I was out there. I got court again tomorrow for judgment about how much damages these people done and all that. And my light keeps coming apart. But so I've been kind of just jumping around, and I went to Tune Up again, the Manly salon, and got lined up. But the patch stuff ain't them. The patch is my natural flavor. But all right, so what I got is I ended up with another GS 300 non-Vvti. So I'm going to finish pulling this out. That's what I'm working on. And so I was doing some thinking about it, researching and learning some things, and I'm gonna put this in my black 240. Just all motor, I'm not gonna turbo it or anything. It's another motor. I ended up with a whole nother car with a motor in it. I have the mounts to put it in. I'll probably put the AR5 on this one and save the CD009 for that, because it's going to be a higher horsepower. So down the road we'll do that. But right now, yeah, I'm not going to do it before the weekend because we're drifting. I got court tomorrow and chiropractor. I've been having some back problems. I'm going to chiropractor tomorrow after that. Then we're drifting on Saturday, so I still have to get some stuff ready tomorrow in between everything. And so yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and 2J swap the S14. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. But all right, here we go. All right, so I got it completely out. I've been kind of looking on the internet about which swap mounts or which transmission, which way I want to go. This thing's oily as crap. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna slap it in and leave it, maybe pressure wash it once I'm done. But I'm just gonna keep this one simple and go straight into the car with it, just like it sits. I did pull the AC off. I'm gonna do the AC delete, and it needed a new valve, so I just went and cut it. But I think, honestly, I'm gonna leave it like it sits. Probably end up having to pull this fan off. This did have some bigger electric fans from the front, and that 240's got a big radiator, a Griffin or something. I forget what it is. But I may steal that electric fan right there and add to that. Maybe what happens is just do away with this big deal. So I think that's what I'll do. Got to have the MAF. I need the 4-bolt air breather filter deal with it. I'll have to order one of those. I got to figure out how to go from the 2J alternator to the 240. Obviously this one doesn't matter. That one I'll have to cut maybe my plug off and wire it into the 240 plug, or 240 wire. I don't know if it plugs the same. Haven't looked. I've never done this before. But I'll have to figure out like coolant hoses, this plug. I did order from Drift Motion one of the drive-by-wire deletes. I don't think I'll need it on this one, but I have it for when I go into the other one. So this one's a cable, but when I do the 2J into this one, it's going to be a Vvti, so I may end up needing it there. I got that thing on the way. Let's see what else. I may look into a distributor delete later just to know how to do it. I'm not really worried about it. Not right now anyway. It's going to be as little as I have to get it in the car, but like coolant hoses, some other things. This thing has a tremendous oil leak. It's not rear seal. It's all valve cover gasket, you can see, but this has a ton of miles on it. So I think I'll be okay. I left all the vacuums intact. There's only like 2 vacuums that I have to keep up with, or 3 maybe. But I'll figure those out. Those should be pretty easy. I will have to either get another seal for that thing or a sandwich plate. And the fuel line, I'll have to figure the fuel line out, and the power steering. I did order the drift motion power steering line that bolts into here and goes to the 240 chassis. I did order 2 of those, or yeah, I got one of the drive-by-wire delete, and then I got one of or 2 of those lines, one for this, one for that one. So that's something I'll have to have. And I think I'm pretty much ready to pull this out, but I don't have time to do it tonight. I did skin back the wire to the whatchamacallit, for the alternator, just to kind of see where it went. The plug's over there. So if I have to, I'll just pull all the links back and just tie it in somewhere and figure out the voltage on the other ones. But that's what we're looking at. Does need to be cleaned pretty good, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm literally going to sit in the car, try to tie everything in. So I figure out on the transmission which one I'm going to go. I've got the AR5 that I had been doing for this, so I'm debating on just moving it on over here and doing the CD transmission over here. That may be what I do. But I also have the ECU. This doesn't have the security on it, so I don't have to worry about none of that. And we'll go from there. So, alright, there she is. Alright, here we go. Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. Thanks for watching all of our videos. And I know they are scattered all over the place, but that's the life I live. You know, like tomorrow I've got court, I've got to deal with some rental stuff, then I got a chiropractor, then we're getting ready to go drifting. And then who's to say what this weekend brings, Monday brings with me. Got a show rental, got one to repair, tons and tons of things to do. So yeah, just bear with us on the jumping around on some of this stuff. I'll try to be as in-depth as I can on this 2J swap. I've kind of researched it, tried to watch maybe a couple of videos just so I can expedite, speed up the whole process kind of thing, just to get a little bit ahead of the curve. Some guys don't explain it very well. Some guys just, you're in the dark and you're lost, you know. You know, like the first thing I come to, I hadn't seen anybody say anything about the alternator. Will the 240 one work? If I use this one, what I'm looking for, how do I, you know what I mean? I just got to figure out what I do with the plug. Let's see. I did see where you can, you know, jump them and wire them and all that stuff, do all that stuff, but there's going to be some questions in here, you know, in the engine bay. But the fan has to come off for sure. But yeah, either way, just I'm going to try to be in depth with this one, but the jumping all over the place, I'm kind of at the mercy of everything that I deal with, all the shop stuff, the rental stuff. I think this will be a good thing to really slow down on this one, and I'll try to separate the video footage so that way it doesn't look as jumped around, where I can put it in one video and try to put it all together the best I can, like I did the Miata, I guess, in a sense. I did order some cheap eBay headers, but yeah, I'll try to get in depth on a few things that I think might be educational for somebody that's maybe in my position that could use this information. So. Feeling high.